This is a warning. The Grim Reaper of radio, Bob Romanik, with his off-the-record show is about to air. He's probably the nastiest and craziest son of a bitch that you've ever had the misfortune to encounter. The Grim Reaper show will be very controversial and probably quite tasteless. If you are even slightly offended by controversial matter concerning religion, racial matters, politics, or life's problems, you are hereby warned to turn this program off immediately. The Grim Reaper show will be, like his face, very scary and very ugly. At this time, not proudly, but shamefully presents to you Bob Romanik, the craziest son of a bitch on the radio today.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting at its finest, America's bi-state voice of freedom. Radical Radio, and we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. Good Friday morning, everybody. It was raining last night. It's a little nippy, my mother used to always say. So weather report's over, so let's move on. Mr. Roger Cook will be coming in today, and again, people, listen. I'm running, and now the Republicans have thrown me out of their house. I'm like old wash water. Nobody wants me. But I'll tell you, and I've told the Republicans, and not the proud Republicans, I said that many times, not the state Republicans, who I believe know what's going on down here, and they're not against me. It's just this local little group of 10, 12 people. But that's good because, see, I don't want to be signified as a Republican. I don't want to be signified as a Democrat. I want to be signified as an American, as a true American citizen who's going to fight the fight. I said yesterday, and I had so many people, and I want to thank, I sincerely, it's humbling when people come up to you time after time. They call you, they send emails, how supportive they are. I had one nice lady tell me, Bob, quit talking bad about yourself. I said, I'm not talking bad about myself. I'm just being honest. You know, I've made mistakes in the past, and I'm going to make more mistakes, people, because I'm going to be out there fighting for the people of the 114th Legislative District. Roger Cook's going to be fighting for the people of St. Clair County. You know what? You're going to make mistakes. And when we're younger, we all make mistakes. I did some stupid crap, not criminal, but stupid. We all do stupid things. But when they bring up something 20, 30, 40 years ago, you know, hell, I was lucky I made it through living in the Roosevelt homes. I always brag until I got involved in politics heavy, and I go to jail because of it, and that was part of the reason. I'm not making an excuse. Hell, coming up, I was a nice guy. I was a nice guy. But then things happen, and you can't change what you've done. You can't change where you've been, people, but you can surely change where you're going. And I'm going down the right path. I've been a pillar of my community. I don't speak very well sometimes, and I use a little foul language, cussing. It's not vulgar. Vulgar is the words you can't say. The MFs, you people know, these are cuss words. They're not vulgar. But at the end of the day, people, you got to understand that we're all human beings. And for these asswipe Republican organization in St. Clair County, the 10 or 12, to act like they're gods, and you heard me, I'm not the most religious person. I'm not proud of it. I'm not ashamed. I don't know if there's a God or not for all the bad things that go on. Maybe there is. I hope there is, because somebody's got to help us. But these self-righteous, hypocritical, no-good son of a bitches, this Doug Jameson, there's a gentleman from Paul Henning, I think, that on the website said, well, they have to have standards. They have to. Mr. Henning, who the hell are you to judge me? And all these religious people, this Mary Thurman, supposed to be a real religious person. What a hypocrite. what's this? Where's this forgive and forget crap? Where's this give somebody a second chance? Where's this you've made a mistake? Well, where's all this? These hypocritical people, they use that against people that they don't like. And nothing worse than being a hypocrite. So I tell you people, I don't want to be a Democrat. I don't want to be a Republican. I preach the philosophy of the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition. I want to be my own person. I want people to decide, not because there's an R behind my name or a D. I want them to decide because they feel that I can do the job. Again, and I'm tired of saying I'm not perfect, because I'm not. And people can talk about me and they can say whatever they want. Everybody in my family's gone. See, I'm the only one left. I don't have to prove anything to anybody. I don't have to worry about somebody talking bad to my mother, my father, my son. And these rotten bastards have in the past. And what low-life bastards to come after somebody's family like they came after mine. They would say I come after Mrs. Kern. I did not. She had me illegally arrested. $150,000, 3.5 years tying up the court system. I win it in 5 minutes, 12-0 in 5 minutes. All the jurors laughed at Mrs. Kern. I had to come after her. She came after me with a political knife. I keep everybody's family out of it. I don't talk about John Barasivic's wife, Bob Hayda's wife, Lasheen's wife, Ron Dupert's wife. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I don't talk about their wives unless they come up into the political arena. Then they're not wives. They're not women. They're politicians. When I had my case, Mark Sweet Cakes Kern never came into the courtroom, people. He sent his son in there and his wife in there. That shows you less of a man that this son of a bitch is. Bob Sprague doesn't go to his dad or his brother's funeral. Tells you what kind of a man that no good son of a bitch is. And they say I'm a bad guy? They say I'm a bad guy? And here you got the leader of the Republican Party charged with domestic violence, not paying $100,000 to feed his children? And I'm a bad guy? You got Ron Dupert, who's been censured by the ARDC. You got Ron Dupert, who I've got some reports coming on that idiot son of a bitch. And a guy told me, hey, Romanik, he's a Republican. He's not running with me. We're running on the Republican ticket. I'm running because that's the only way I could get to my destination. See, the Democratic bus was filled up with all those corrupt bastards. They want to censor me, and they're not going to be for me, the organization. Well, I tell them, please don't be for me. I've got the support of the rank-and-file Republicans. They know about Bob Romanik. There's no more you can find out. I'm far from being perfect. Made mistakes, going to make more mistakes. But I appreciate the people that say, Romanik, you're going to fight for us. We need a change. After 50 years, this Trump situation. And I'm not saying I'm for him, against him, because I'm going to vote the person who I think's most qualified. I don't give a damn if it's going to be a Democrat or Republican. I'm not a hypocrite. The people that belong to the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition aren't hypocrites. We say vote the person, not the party. We're all on that same bus. But if there's a killer on the bus with you and y'all get off, they can't blame you for sitting next to the killer. So don't blame Roger Cook or Dallas Cook, Carl Officer, Ed Cockrell. Don't blame the people on the Republican ticket because they're on there with me. If you don't like me, please don't vote for me. I don't want to hurt my friends. I want my friends, and they're my friends, and they're my political friends even more. That's how we all met up. That's how we all come together to coalesce and become a group of one. We've got the New Vision Democrats down in East St. Louis, led by Oliver Hamilton and Robert Eastern III. These guys are never going to be Republicans. They're aligning with us for this one election. And the proud people of East St. Louis understand that. These guys are the New Vision Democrats. It's a new vision for a better tomorrow for the proud black community. Oliver Hamilton, Robert Eastern, Mike Roberts, a lot of these guys, they said, hey, we're tired of being on the plantation. They've aligned with us, the Freedom Coalition. And our motto is uniting, not changing, uniting Democrats, Republicans, independents, men, women, black and white to stop this culture of corruption. It's got to be stopped, people. And only together can we do it. And that's what we're doing. We're going to pick them off one after one after one. The Democrats will say, belong to our Democratic organization. That's the operative word. The Republicans belong to the Republican organization. It's the few asswipes, the leadership of both parties in St. Clair County, that want to control you. They want to keep you on their plantation, black and white people. Why the hell do you have to be part of a Republican organization to be a Republican or vote for somebody on the Republican ticket that you think's going to do the job? To vote for them, vote for the person, not the party. Same way with the Democrats. Why does the Democrats have to organize the Democrats? Because they have to control them. If there wasn't an organization, everybody would be somewhat independent. And that's what I say. The last poll they had, national poll, 65% of the people signified as independents. Used to be you're either a Democrat or Republican. Those days are gone. More people are independent in this country than are associated with a Democratic or a Republican organization. What does that tell you, people? That tells you that we're all doing two things here. We're wising up, and we're sick and tired of all the organized politics. Don't give a damn about organized politics. The only one that benefits from organized politics are the leaders, the few leaders, like this asswipe Doug Jamieson, Mary Thurman, Bar Viviano, John West. These people destroy the Republican Party, just like Mark Sweetcakes Kern. Bob, I'd rather piss in my pants than piss in a urinal sprig. John, red on the noodle like a pecker on a poodle bear civic, circumventing the state constitution so he can get elected. And see, Bear Civic, you probably shouldn't do that, because that ass-kissing son of a bitch, Ron Dupert, you're probably going to beat him anyway, because I don't know anybody. And there again, I can talk about who I want now, people. Do you understand? I don't have a party. I'm an independent. I'd never be with the Democrats. And the Republicans don't want me, and to be honest, I didn't want them either, so I'm an independent, so I can talk about anybody I want. And that's what makes it so good for me. I'm free at last. I understand the slaves back in the day when they finally got a word to say, hey, I'm free. I'm politically free. I don't have to kiss anybody. I wasn't kissing their ass. That's why the Republicans didn't want me. I exposed the chairman for what he was, the leadership for what they weren't. I shouldn't say was, what they weren't, leaders. So I can talk about who I want when I want. And that flows right into my philosophy. Vote the person, not the party. If it's an asswipe Democrat, you're going to hear it here. If it's an asswipe Republican, you're going to hear it here. And it's going to be now until the election. And you people know I've never been politically correct for the last 6 years. I've told people the way it is. And again, I'm the messenger. Not perfect. I've been soiled and tainted. But if I come up to that door with $1 million, guarantee you're going to take it. And I'm coming the same way. I'm coming with the message that the Freedom Coalition is going to work for you people. We know who's going to put us there. We know who we're loyal to. And it's not to the Democratic Party. It's not to the Republican Party. It's to the party of the people, the American people. That's who we're going to be obligated. That's who we're going to listen to. That's whose direction we're going to follow. I'm not going to follow Madigans or Rounders. I win by going up to Springfield with an I behind my name. I'll deal with Rounder. I'll deal with Madigan. I'll deal with any of them bastards up there if they're going to do something for the 114th Legislative District, if they're going to do something for the good people of St. Clair County. To be honest with you, I'll deal with the devil to get development down in East St. Louis, to get this Mid-America airport situation squared away. I'll deal with whoever the hell I got to deal with, because I'm concerned about the people, not the political parties. Let's take care of our little bit of housekeeping, and then we'll go wherever you want to go. We are America's voice of freedom, definitely the Patriot. You can call toll-free, 1-888-394-1430. On the east side, 394-1190. And it's amazing how they say what a no-good son of a bitch I am. And I am. But I'm only about half the no-good son of a bitch these son of a bitches that are calling me a no-good son of a bitch are. That's what I hate, is a hypocrisy. There's a blood donation in memory of Shane Togus. Shane was a lifetime volunteer with the American Red Cross. He dedicated his life-saving mission, and it will always be remembered. So the Shane Togus Memorial Blood Drive will be held Thursday, May the 5th from 3 to 8 p.m. at the St. James Catholic Parish and School located at 412 West Washington Street in the great little village of Millstadt. It's going to be located in the parish room. If you have any questions or concerns, want to make a reservation to get in there and get out, you can call 1-800-733-2767. As always, lunch at the Legion. Our good friends at the American Legion in O'Fallon, Illinois. Lunch at the Legion every Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Dine in or carry out. You can call in your orders ahead, and you can call 618-632-8879. And I want to say, you good people in O'Fallon, these ignorant bastards that are ruining the Republican Party, they just happen to be in the O'Fallon area. We're not holding these idiots against you good, proud Republicans and Democrats in O'Fallon, a great community with just the Republican leadership lacks a lot. Also at the American Legion, every Wednesday night, their dinner special, 6 to 8 every Wednesday at the American Legion, located at 109 North Penn Street in O'Fallon. It's open to the public. This will be the last day we talk about it for a while, but please call the Leesman Funeral Home. Don't have a number here, but you can get it out of the phone book. This is in reference to Emily Rose Perrin, the young lady who her mother said, send her to Jesus. And she probably did. That's the only good thing. I think the little girl's better off with Jesus than she is with her mother. But they're needing some financing for their siblings. And I'll say it again. Feel fortunate that you can do something for a family with this tragedy other than somebody helping you out with the tragedy. So if you would, call the Leesman Funeral Home in Dupo, Illinois to make a contribution. Or you can make, it's Post Office 36, Dupo, Illinois. We don't have a phone number, but please get a hold of the Leesman Funeral Home. And we want to salute everybody in Dupo for rallying behind this beautiful young lady, Emily Rose Perrin, and making sure she had a proper burial. And a lot of great people all throughout this country. And this just shows you, if we all stick together and treat each other like family, that we can get things done, get things accomplished. The A-Night Shriners Drum and Bugle Corps Spring Exhibition with special guests, the O'Fallon Jazz Band, Jazz Ensemble. They say they're one of the best. It'll be held at the Scottish Rite Auditorium, 1549 Frank Scott Parkway West in Belleville on April the 23rd. Concert starts at 7 p.m. For tickets, you can call the great Shriners, great group of gentlemen, and we again, and I know people get tired of me saying what we salute, but I do. And I salute them with all my heart and with everything I've got, every ounce of my being. The Shriners, what a great organization. Don't take any money. And you know what's great about it? They take care of our children. Our children and our animals can't take care of themselves. These guys have stepped up to the plate, give their time, their effort, many hours every year away from their family to help someone else's family. I'll salute you guys every day, and if people don't like it, kiss my white, hairy, stinky ass. And I know that's not politically correct, but that's just the way I feel, and I'm going to tell you how I feel on the air. And you've heard the disclaimer. Don't like it, don't listen. The American Legion Post out of Belleville, 1937, having their meet, shoot, and wheel raffle on Sunday, this Sunday, April the 24th at TR's Place, located at 4901 Concordia Church Road in Belleville. You can contact Commander Jim Farbus at 618-409-1212 to participate or get any information. Zach Woods, 9-year-old son of Stephanie and Brian Woods of Donaldson, Illinois, up in Bond County. Very sick. His cost of a once monthly injection is $2,000. Zach's parents are unable to afford the out-of-pocket cost. Hell, everybody would. There's going to be a benefit will be held at the Panama VFW on Saturday, May the 14th. Anybody want to donate a gift basket, gift certificates, you can call Jennifer Allen at 217-710-2596 or Melanie Wells at 217-556-7970. We'll make a contribution and hope you good people will match it. And Sharon Casper, thank you very much for all that information. Millstadt Senior Citizens, big old bag and jewelry sale coming up this Friday and Saturday. I'm sorry, next Friday and Saturday. How many times am I going to screw that up? Yeah, probably as long as I'm talking, I'm going to screw something up. Next Friday and Saturday, April the 29th and 30th, it's to help support the Millstadt Senior Citizen Center. And I want to say again to the people that are helping out our elderly, what a great cause. These people don't get paid. They're out there trying to do something for their community. And there must be a God or a heaven somewhere, because where do these really good people go when they die? I know where I'm probably going, and I got my swimming trunks because I know it'll be kind of hot, but we want to appreciate all the sincerely religious people, not the hypocritical religious people, but the true religious people, because I know they all got hearts of gold. So anyway, it's going to be held at 102 South Jefferson Street in Millstadt. And we want to thank the executive director, Patty Evansko, for giving us that information. And Friday night, April the 29th, from 5 to 7, free admission, free will donations for Meals on Wheels for the wine and cheese party. Don't forget, you can listen to me on iTunes. Type in Bob Romanik and or the Grim Reaper of Radio. You can go to our streaming site, insanebroadcasting.com. One word, common spelling for all three of our great stations. You can hear my repeat performance every day at 4 o'clock p.m., Monday through Friday. And now broadcasting from the graveyard to the graveyard shift every night at the stroke of midnight. You can like us on Facebook, KQQZ 1190 AM or KZQZ 1430 AM. You can go to my Facebook page, Fans of the Grim Reaper of Radio, or the other Facebook page of mine, Bob Romanik for State Representative. Get on there, cuss me out, give me some crap. I don't care. This is America. I believe we all should have a voice. I don't want to silence your voice because I'm not going to let anyone silence mine. But you got to go to the Fans of the Grim Reaper of Radio to see my interview, to see all the... We put the pictures on a separate page, and they're not really offensive, but they're not for the young at heart or the young or the weak of stomach. But that's what it's about, people. We're going to do what we got to do to expose these son of a bitches. And sometimes, especially me, do it in the very, very unorthodox way. Oh, one last thing. Don't want to shart the good people in Millstadt. They're still getting funds together for the old Tin Man to help refurbish the water tower. It's the Water Tower Walk coming up this Saturday, April the 23rd, from 9 to 11 a.m. We're going to try to make it out there. If we can, we will. But anybody that'd like to get involved, you can contact Jackie McKay at 618-616-1330. Be a great cause, a great time. If you can make it, please do. On this date, April the 22nd, 1793, the first circus in America was attended by President George Washington. On this date, April the 22nd, 1864, Congress authorized the Director of the Mint to use the motto, "In God We Trust," on all coins of the United States. On this date, April the 22nd, 1876, the birth of the national pastime. The first official National League Baseball game was held in Philadelphia between teams from Philadelphia and Boston. On this date, April the 22nd, 1914, Babe Ruth made his professional pitching debut for the Baltimore Orioles. He shut out the Buffalo Bisons 6-0. On this date, April the 22nd, 1952, Americans watched the first live televised coverage of an atomic bomb test in the Nevada desert. On this date, April the 22nd, 1964, President Lyndon Baines Johnson opened the New York World's Fair. On this date, April the 22nd, 1969, the first human eye transplant was performed. On this date, April the 22nd, 1992, the major earthquake, the big one, hit Los Angeles, California. On this date, a great date, I think, for sweet cakes. On this date, April the 22nd, 1994, the world's largest lollipop was made in Denmark. It weighed over 3,000 pounds and was peppermint flavored. I'll bet you, my commentary, of course, now, I'll bet you that our good old friend, St. Clair County Board Chairman Mark Sweet Cakes Kern probably was sucking on that sucker all day, if you know what I mean. And I think you certainly do. That's what happened on this date, April the 22nd, throughout all these years in our world's history. I want to put a congratulatory note out to Mitchell Spicer. He's the proud military son of Mayor Seth Spicer from Freeburg, Illinois. He just graduated today from Pensacola, Florida school, and he's going out to California for 4 more weeks of specialized school training. This is a gentleman, a brave military hero, 18, 19 years old, could have went to college, got a scholarship, very nice-looking young man, comes from a great family, the Spicer family, could have had a good time 4 years, frolicking with the girls, having campus life, frolicking with the girls. Well, I already said that, but that's what I did most of the time in college. But anyway, he decided to go in the Marines and protect us. This guy could have had a great, easy life. And I want to salute him and every young military hero who has taken time out of their life to protect us when they could have went another direction. So, Mayor Seth Spicer, I want to congratulate you and your bride, your wife, for producing such a great young man. And Mitchell Spicer, thank you for your service to our great country, and all you young men who have joined the military to protect me, my family, everybody out there listening's family, and especially to give us the right to talk free and to live free. And the good people of Freeburg and Smith, and I want to thank all you guys. I've got letters, emails, calls, all the supportive calls and encouragement. It's greatly appreciated and will never be forgotten. Thank you, good people, very much. We're going to take a quick break. Roger Cook just came in, and we'll get with him. We'll talk about the Mid-America Airport Terminal. We'll talk a little bit more about Mr. Jameson and the idiots at the Republican Party at the local level, and we'll do all that right after this break. This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting at its finest, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. We got Roger Cook in here, but before we go, this asswipe, Doug Jameson, the leader of the Republican Party in St. Clair County, and I got to look up that word leadership, because it's not what Jameson is, but he says here that I proclaimed on my radio show, I am not a Republican, I am a Democrat. You lousy lying son of a bitch, I said I was 20 years ago. Clean the crap out of your ears or whatever else you're shoving up there, Jameson. And people here, understand this philosophy real quick. Nobody wanted to run on the Republican ticket because everybody knew the lack of leadership by the St. Clair County Republican Party, knew they were not going to get any support, not going to get any money, not going to get any votes. So the Freedom Coalition stepped up to the plate. We didn't start the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition to be a political group. It was a patriotic movement. Nobody else stepped up to the plate, so we said, hey, we got to give them opposition. And in essence, politically, of course, we've got the Republican gun that we're going to kill the Democrats in St. Clair County. Just because we've got the political guns from the Republicans don't mean that we're Republicans. We're using their resources, the Republican Party, to help out everybody in St. Clair County, get rid of the culture of corruption. So we never once claimed we were Republicans. We've said from day one that we're the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition, uniting, understand me, uniting Democrats, Republicans, independents, men, women, black and white, to stop and destroy this culture of corruption. So that's the philosophy of the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition. You know the motto, vote the person, not the party. We're not a political party. We're a patriotic movement. So we're not Republicans. So I don't give a damn if the 10 or 12 Republicans that lead the St. Clair County Republicans don't like me. I just want the proud Republican people to understand me, to understand all the candidates, and vote for the person, not the party. We're not telling you to vote Republican. I told you a month ago, and I give the disclaimer. Don't vote for me if you think I'm a Republican, because I am an independent. And I'm only going to be dependent on the people of the 114th Legislative District to tell me what to do. And we'll talk about that momentarily. Got to say real quick, they're going to lay off 25 teachers in East St. Louis so LaToya Greenwood, my opposition, can get a raise. She's making $100,000 a year that her daddy got her a job on the administration at the health district. She makes $30,000-$40,000 as a council member in East St. Louis. Now she wants to take that and combine that with another $100,000 in salary and benefits she'll get as a state representative. How greedy can you get, LaToya Greenwood? How asinine is that, Lonzo Greenwood? Somebody else could have used that job, but you give it to your daughter? Now you want to be the state representative? So you'll Alonzo Greenwood, have more power for you and your family? But the realignment of administration staff, firing 25 and laying off 25 teachers, will enable the district, I'm quoting this out of the paper, enable the district to give raises to school administrators. Who the hell gives a damn about LaToya Greenwood, Alonzo Greenwood, and their political shills they have in those top positions? We care about the students down there. I picketed with the teachers. You guys remember that. LaToya Greenwood didn't come out there. Nobody else came out there. Bob Romanik did, and not because I was running for office. I've supported you guys way before I decided to be a candidate. But how egregious. They're going to lay off teachers so LaToya Greenwood, my opposition, can make another 30, 40,000, whatever they're going to give her in raises. Mr. Roger Cook, co-chairman of the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition, and also, and I got to say it because he's on the Republican ticket, but I will say he's a candidate for St. Clair County Board Chairman against Mark Sweetcakes Kern, the guy that's been screwing us for 8-10 years. The guy with him and Sprague and Barra Civic are the epitome of political corruption in St. Clair County. Mr. Roger Cook, how you doing, Roger?
I'm doing great, Bob. How are you doing is the question.
Hey, well, I don't know. I'm still breathing. They haven't put a bullet in my head. Hey, guys, don't shoot me in the head. I got a hard head. You better ain't got a heart. Shoot me in the ass. I don't think you can kill me, but you're going to hurt me. Roger, I see with this Mid-America Airport, and we've discussed it, we're going to go up. It's in my district if I win, if I'm fortunate enough and the good people of 114th District think enough to give me the opportunity. You'll be head of the county as a county board chairman. We've talked about this. We have to do something with the airport. But here, I read front page, and they're doing this, Roger, as you and everybody knows, because the election's coming up. Going to get a terminal lands $835,000. They say that, and it'll be $1 million rounded off whenever they start doing the construction. They're going to get money, and they say 90% is going to come from the Federal Aviation Administration. Will cover 90%, and the county only provides 10%. Are they nuts? There's no grant. There's no tax ferry. That 90% is money that we could use to feed our people in this great country. That's money that could be used to give our military more support. They act like, I don't understand this. Don't worry about it, people. The FAA is giving us, no, that's our money that gets recycled from the federal level down to the state level, down to the local level. Roger, how the hell can they think that we're that stupid in St. Clair County?
You know, what's amazing is we've all seen the videos year after year on fleecing of America.
Yes.
In regards to the boondoggle out in Mascoutah. we would all love that airport was self-sustaining, would make the county money, would create jobs, but it's not going to happen. It's not happened. And we have to address that. And one of the prime things that needs to be done, Bob, is that our elected officials, the county board members from each district, should have oversight over Mark Kern, the chairman, and that airport, Cantwell, the director, and they should approve all spending and all issues in regards to that. We need to get that away from a hand-picked group of people, the Public Building Commission appointed by the chairman, and we the people don't know what's going on. Our elected officials don't know. Ed Cockrell can't go out there and tell his constituents why they're doing what they're doing because he has no idea. We need to bring that back to we the people. We need to put together a blue ribbon commission immediately when taking office. And we need to evaluate. We need aviation experts. We need economic development experts. We need people on the board serving on that Blue Ribbon Commission. And we need to evaluate that and evaluate it quick and look how we can get this off the taxpayers' back.
Yeah, I agree with you, Roger. See, Rich Sojay, he's appointed, and he takes the heat for the politicians for Sprague and Kern and Barra Civic. And let me tell you what, Rich Sojay, they talk about me owning a building, and I do own a building that has an adult entertainment club. Never had a license there. I rent the place out. Sojay rents out 5 strip clubs. He's got a dope den down there in Sojay. He's got a gambling parlor and all those lawsuits. Hey, Rich Sojay, we're going to tell you, you work for us. We want a full economic disclosure on all the interest you have, because I think it's a total conflict, and we deserve to know if you're running that airport. And by the way, how the hell, think about this, people. He should be trying to bring good business. He's bringing the second, third-rate business. He's also on the board at the St. Louis International Airport. What a conflict is that? And so we're coming after you, Rich Sojay, because Mark Sweetcakes Kern has put you in a position, this hypocritical son of a bitch. I'm a no-good bastard. And you've got 5. You must be a 5-time no-good bastard, but we'll go into that later. But, Roger, it says right here, they're going to begin terminal renovations. And Cantrell, what an idiot, he says Mid-America Airport is now going to let through Allegiant Airline. It was 76,000 passengers last year. Now there's going to be 120,000. It's going to go to Tampa. It's going to go to Las Vegas. And I've said it before, and anybody that thinks that I'm wrong, call me, because you guys are in la-la land. Every person that leaves this airport costs us money, because that's money that could be spent at restaurants, at taverns, on the casino, in hotels, anything, concert venues. And then Cantrell says, Allegiant Airline has been killing it. Hell yes, they have. Allegiant Airline's making the money. They get subsidized by the people in Florida, the intelligent public officials. They get subsidized by Vegas because they're coming out to Vegas and spending their money. They're going down to Florida and spending their money. And I got to agree with Cantrell. They've been killing it. Not only is Allegiant Airline killing it when they take 120,000 people out of our economy because they're going and spending their money someplace else. They're actually killing all of us. But Roger, do you understand do people not understand the economic devastation that's caused by these cheap airfares?
Do you see anywhere in that article that they say they're going to make money at the airport this year?
Nowhere.
Do they say anywhere in there where they're going to stop using our tax dollars to fund that project? No. Do you see anywhere in there where they tell us exactly how much the budget states that we're going to lose in the operations at airport this year? Not to even talk about the bonds that we have to pay off. How much money are we going to throw at this? And our property taxes go up more and more and more. When in the heck are we going to find out and look, is this going to ever make money? We need to do that. And the people of St. Clair County, the vast majority of people in St. Clair County are fed up. And I know it's aggravating to me when I see it a political season, all of a sudden they're going to create more spaces so we can park.
Yeah.
They're going to redo the airport. It looks like it's brand new because it hasn't been used.
You're right. You know what they're saying? And it's number one, it says Allegiant is the only passenger airline operating out of Mid-America. I talk with people that I've got over in St. Louis, political people. Allegiant would love to come over there, but Lambert is not going to give them free landing fee, free everything. You know, Allegiant, it's like with St. Clair County, like we're a bunch of whores, and I mean that. We're getting screwed, and they're taking our money. I mean, usually if a prostitute gets screwed, she gets money. We're getting screwed, and we're paying them money, but it's amazing. It's amazing how they think this airport. But here's what's happening. I hear there's a movement on, and you people in St. Clair County can thank these politicians. They tell me Larry Rice is going to make a protest and a move, since that airport is not getting used but once a day, once or whatever, to bring all the homeless. And I think the homeless need a place to go, but it's not the Mid-America Airport. Let's put them someplace, let's feed them, because I believe in taking care of the less fortunate. But see, Kern, Bear Civic, and Sprague, Roger, they're opening up the door for all this crap that's going to come down, and it's going to come down soon, because we cannot justify this airport. I will not, if I'm elected, I will do something, maybe not to close it down, give it back to the government, do something where our immediate tax dollars aren't going to be wasted. And I know that you feel the same way.
Let me give you a couple facts when they started looking at building Mid-America Airport. They hired an aviation expert from Colorado. He told them, whatever you do, do not build it unless you have contracts with airlines. They could not get contracts with airlines, so what did they do? They went ahead and built it anyway.
Well, it was a money grab for the politicians.
Because they said, here's another fact, they built that as a reliever airport for Lambert, because Lambert had the hub with the TWA. Everything was crowded over there, and it didn't work. You know, we had a crash. We had 9/11. Hey, sometimes you got to admit when you're wrong. This is a bad stand. Yeah. We need to get this, take a good look at it, see if we can do anything with it, but get these tax dollars, save the tax dollars. We're taxing our people out of this county.
Yeah. You know what? Never once, and you can get all my last shows for the last 6 years, never once did I criticize him for building the airport. I'm criticizing him for continuing to take a loss. You're right, but after 9/11, it was a bad situation. I don't blame Kern and Sprague and those guys, but they should have cut their losses. But they were going to show everybody with our money that it was going to be successful so they could tout it. Now it's been 20 years. It's been $500 million, and we have nothing. And that's like, Roger, with the Army Corps defends the NGA site selection in St. Louis. These son of a bitches over here, the Spragues, the Bear Civics, the Kerns, they should have thought about this 10 years ago when all this corruption, 20 years ago when all this corruption. Now they're crying. They want another 15 days. They're crying because now even the Army Corps of Engineers, they're wrong. Everybody's wrong, but these idiots in St. Clair County. No, these idiots in St. Clair County are wrong. They're the wrong because they've screwed us. They've made us the laughingstock of this entire country when they say what a great location, but because, and it's all over Washington, Springfield, because of the corruption in St. Clair County, we didn't get the spy agency that should have been ours.
Well, NGA, that was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for St. Clair County, and I can't tell you how disappointed I am personally for everybody in the county, all the citizens. That could have been a big economic boost, and I don't know what more we can say.
No, it's a shame. Roger, $1.7 billion. $4 or $5 billion in the next 20 years for residual things, because there would have been condos out, there would have been everything. So, but people, do you understand? And I don't like these guys, but I would have applauded them. I didn't give a damn. I'd have had egg on my face if we could have got that, because it would have helped all the people in St. Clair County. But we didn't get it because of the corruption. Because of the corruption, everything. And I'll say it a million times. It was a great location, right on the interstate. All the infrastructure there. Don't have to displace any homes. It's got all those nice hotels, nice restaurants. Brought in $1.7 billion, not million, billion with a B. And the government, the federal government, said, even with all that, we cannot tolerate and will not accept the corruption that's been going on in St. Clair County. Now, St. Clair County politicians can say what they want, but you people are intelligent. You know that's the reason It's not the land. It's not what was going on the land. It's not wildlife preserve. You talk to the people in Washington. You talk to the people in Springfield. The people in the know, they know it's because of this corruption. And this corruption is going to continue, people. It's going to continue on a downward spiral until we stop it. And we can all stop it in November of 2016.
Let me just say this, Bob. The biggest disappointment is job creation. Our county's lost thousands of jobs over the year, every year. And our trades, the laborers, the carpenters, the iron workers, the electricians, the plumbers, look at all the jobs that are lost in this $1.7 billion project. And that's going to hurt. That could have been a big boost. It would have created new development in and around I-64 East. And that's where we're the big loser.
Yeah, we the people, not we the politicians, because they're going to keep their big salaries. They're going to keep everything. So people, understand, this should be a patriotic movement by all of us. This is not politics, people. This is not vote for somebody or vote against somebody. This is survival for us, our children, our grandchildren, future generations. Don't have to like me. Don't have to like anybody. It's not about like. It's about doing what you have to do to stop this political cancer from killing all of us in St. Clair County. It's already started. They talk about, Roger made a great point. There should have been contracts for the airport. There should have been everything in place. Same way with this development down here at the Shrine. The developers from Effingham still haven't said what hotel's coming because they can't get a hotel. They're shopping around for a hotel. And Eckert don't give a damn because he's going to sell flyers. Did you people know? And it's alleged this time, but I haven't been wrong yet, that his flyer shop has got over $20,000 in flyer business from Lindenwood College the last few years. And he's the one saying, let the kids be unsafe. We can put sprinkler systems in. You give them 2 years. Well, somebody may die, may burn up in 2 days, Maximus Vaginas. And then I find out that the city paid $950,000 for some flyers on the 4th of April. And guess where those flyers came from? From Eckert's Florist. Do you people understand the underbelly of this culture of corruption in St. Clair County? We couldn't get away with it. We'd all be in jail. Hell, they tried to put me in jail for stepping on property. I don't want to go through that story again. But these bastards steal up there at the courthouse, the Rick Stones, the everybody else's, and nothing happens. It's amazing, people. We have to put a stop to it because it is going to kill us. It's not. You hear me? It's not a political thing. It shouldn't be a political movement now, people. It's a patriotic movement. So come join the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition. Unite with us. Don't change your politics. If you're a Democrat, remain a Democrat. You're Republican. If you're black, remain black. If you're white, remain white. If you're a man, well, I can't say that because if you're a man, maybe you want to be a woman and vice versa, and that's okay. We'll take the transgenders. We don't care. Well, I don't know. They may get mad. Transgenders may get mad if they think that we're going to do the same thing that Sweet Cakes is doing. And I think you know what I mean there. But people, it's uniting, not changing anyone. We all have to unite. And let's knock this house down, this corrupt house, and then we'll have a foundation to build. We can go our separate ways after November of 2016. And if Roger Cook doesn't do the job in 4 years, throw his ass out. If I don't do the job in 2, throw my ass out. Don't give anybody 40 years and then have them think we're stupid. Oh, it'll be better next time. Man, if it ain't better after one term, it ain't going to get better, people. I know that, you know that. And let's don't worry about the Democratic organization or the Republican organization. Let's start a new organization, an organization of proud Americans. That's the only organization that I want to be a member of, and I hope that's the only organization you want to be a member of. Roger, I'll give you the last word.
Well, Bob, I'll just say a little bit about the politics of everything. You know, this election coming up is about we the people. How about let's elect people that go in there, have no strings attached, and absolutely do what's best for the people. It's easy to govern. I did that as mayor of Belleville. I had no strings attached. We reduced crime. We reduced the tax levy 4 years in a row. We led the region in economic development. We worked hard because every day we made decisions that's best for the people. And the Freedom Coalition, which I've worked hard with Carl Officer, you, others, the Cahokia, everybody worked hard, and all we want to do is bring honest, open government up. We can make great things happen in St. Clair County, and we are totally committed to that.
Sounds good to me. Roger, you're saying no strings attached. That must mean that if we have no strings attached, that we're not puppets, because puppets have strings attached to them.
Absolutely. I don't want a party boss. I just want to get elected, go in there, and do exactly what I said, Bob, and that's what all of our ticket is committed to doing.
Well, that's what we're going to do, people. So, hey, every day, day in and day out, especially now until Election Day, you're going to be getting more than your fill of politics. But see, politics is the American way. Politics is our lives. We have to control our politics and our politicians and not let them control us. In parting, I got to say, St. Clair County Republican Party, thank you very much for throwing me out of that organization. Again, that's like being a Jewish guy getting Hitler calling up and saying, hey, you're out of the Nazis. You're out of the Gestapo. I want to thank you guys very much, because now people know that I am an independent, that I will work for everybody, Democrat, Republican, independents, men, women, black and white, as Roger Cook will. We don't want to be signified as politicians. We want to be signified as public servants. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you've been listening to the all-new KQQZ, 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ, 1430 AM, insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. We'll see you Monday, same time, same place. And I do want to say, for you good people, if you go to capital CAPITOL, facts, FAX.com, you can get the latest in all Illinois politics. It's the best going. Mr. Miller is the blogger, the editor. And what a great gentleman he is. Very concise. He's always on target. So if you people would, go to Capital, that's CAPITOL, FAX.com, and read Mr. Miller. He will give you the true story all throughout the state, like I give here in St. Clair County. Not an endorsement of him. Don't know the gentleman. I hear he's a nice guy. It's just good information. So let's continue, people, to fight the fight, to do what we think's right, to get rid of this political cancer, this political culture of corruption. I don't have to explain it to you people. You've witnessed it. You've experienced it for the last 20, 30, 40 years. It's the perfect storm, November of 2016. We're uniting Democrats, Republicans, independents, black, white, men, women, all throughout this county. And we're going to take these son of a bitches down. So let's continue to unite, to expose these rotten political parasitical punks that we call politicians. And on November the 8th, 2016, let's do what we have to do, people. It's a necessity to keep us going. Do what we have to do. Destroy these low-life, cockroach-sucking son of a bitches. Destroy them. Politically, of course. No violence. Politically, of course. Right here on the dark side.
They're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha. To the funny farm where life is beautiful.